Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to my online class. Today we're going to be making an awesome card. This is going to be the Cascading Pleats card and series. So in addition to demonstrating how to make this amazing fold, who I was inspired by Susan Campfield, and this actually came from one of the Saturday shares. It was a request. So I love when you guys give some ideas, because I was like, yep, amazing one, let's do it. So it actually is a little bit like a sister project to the last one we did, which was the cascading panels. So these are going to be the cascading pleats. And in addition to that, at the end of the video, stay tuned. Not only do I have an entire series of cascading pleats to share with you, but I've got some sneak peek products. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, let's jump in. In addition to all of this excitement, it is my Stampin' Demonstrator Group's blog hop, and we have a blog hop giveaway, which means you can enter to win this on my blog. So you can, while you're watching this video, you can click on the link either in the video's description or go to stampwithtami.com and leave a comment on this post, and you will be automatically entered to win. We will be drawing the winner in January, date to be determined, which will be the next blog hop date. And if you entered our last blog hop, you could be a winner. So pop on over to find out who won last month's about that blog hop. So my Stampin' Demonstrator Group gets together. We get together once a month and we collaborate on projects, and we all create something amazing. Like, the group is super talented, and the girls that do the blog hop have some amazing projects to share with you today. And so we each have a project to share. This is mine. And then I have links to all of the others. So you're going to want to check them out. We love those Stampin' gals. My group is amazing. I'm biased, but they are the best. So you'll want to check out the projects, and you can enter to win that giveaway. One entry per person by leaving a comment on each blog in the hop. So good luck to everybody. Welcome aboard, everybody. So I am live streaming. It is a Saturday morning, and it's December 2nd, 2023, in case you're watching the replay. But let's bounce down to the table and take a look at what I've got for you guys today. So this is the project we're going to be doing, this beautiful project I created with the Rustic Christmas Countdown kit, of all things. I thought the elements in the kit were just gorgeous, and they were just begging to be used for cards, for quick and easy holiday cards. I also love this fold in that it's like every flip of it's like a mini flip book almost. Every flip tells a story, right? So we've got the cover here, and then we've got the middle, it's got a little story on it, and then we've got the back page. So much fun you can have with these. They're actually super easy to make. I happen to make this one super puffy, so I would probably put this one in a different envelope, or I would flatten it if I was going to mail it maybe, or put it in a bubble envelope. But most of them, if you do them flat, then you can mail them in a regular envelope, and they're regular dimensions. I fell in love with this kit. I want to tell you about the kit because it's pretty awesome. Okay, so this is the Rustic Christmas Countdown kit. It's part of Stampin' Up's kids collection, so you can purchase it in my online store. It was originally made, and I have to show you the picture of the original one, because what I've made is nothing like it, right? It was like an advent calendar, right? So you hang it on the wall, you gift it as a gift, and then put little gifts in each little package, and they're super cute, right? So as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's super cute. Like, I love that idea. But I can tell you right now, I know I'm not going to do it. But all of the elements in it were like begging me to make a kit to make cards out of them, right? So I was like, okay, let's go time, right? So these are all the little clothespins that would pin the little things on the string. It comes with the string and everything. So these are all the little envelopes, which are also great gift card holders. You can put inside cards to make gift card holders. There's 2 different patterns, and I actually started making a quick card set, which I'll share on my blog coming up soon, with these elements. But when I started making the Cascading Pleats cards, I happened to have my quick cards that I was making with the Rustic Countdown kit out. And so I saw all these little pieces and I was like, oh, those will look so nice on this fold. So this is the one I'm going to make today. I'm going to share how I repurposed all of these Advent pieces into a card. I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how I did it at least. You can definitely make other things. And then coming up soon, I'll show you my quick cards that I made with these elements too. So just so you know, just because the kit has its specific instructions doesn't mean you have to follow them. We can go outside this little box, you know what I'm saying? And these also make great gifts, these little kits. There's so many cool ones in the kits collection. So much fun to be had. So another thing I was thinking is I might make some cool little tags or gift card holders to use these clothespins and like pin them on the tree, because I do a lot of gift cards, right? I thought that might be a super cute use for these. Okay, so anyways, that's the Rustic Countdown kit that I'll be using for my sample. Super cute, and it is currently available while they last. So this is the card for those of you who are just popping on now. Thank you for joining me today. It's great to see you guys. This is what we're going to be making. It's Cascading Pleats is what it's called. I'm going to start making the card with the, I'm going to start by just making like a generic template for you guys. There's two different styles. So this card can be done landscape and it also can be done portrait. So first I'll show you how to do it landscape and then I'll show you how to do a portrait. They're basically, you know, spoiler, they're basically the same. It's just a matter of dimensions is all. And I have templates for you guys. So I have templates for both, so you don't have to start frantically writing instructions. I have the instructions for this card, and I have some other views for it and all of the supplies that I'm using today. You can download this on my blog at stampwithtami.com, the same place where you're going to take that blog hop tour and enter that giveaway, and that's on my blog at stampwithtami. And when you go there, just simply click on the instructions and all of this is there. So you got the template. Today's project is landscape, so I have the landscape template there. I will be sharing portraits and portrait versions. And in addition to the portrait version, I'll be sharing the portrait template with each tutorial for the portrait version of the cards. Coming up over the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned for a ton more ideas with this. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Okay. So first off, I'm going to take, and I am using my paper trimmer as opposed to the Simply Scored tool. And the reason for that is the portrait version has 1/16 measurements, you know, like we have 1/4, 1/8. That one has 1/16, and the Simply Scored tool for some reason doesn't have it. I'm going to do the landscape version first, and that one only has regular measurements, so you could use Simply Scored for that one. Okay, so this is the landscape version. Again, don't need to write these down. They're on that template, 9.5 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch. And this is my generic template, so you're going to be able to use this on all of the cards. You can refer back to this video for all of the cards for this template base. I'm going to do it in multiple colors so you can really see it come together. And I'm scoring at every inch. So I just scored it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4 inch. Okay. So we've got our fold right here. This is so much easier than you... I know when you look at it, you're like, wow, that looks really complicated. I think that's over my head. But trust me when I tell you, you can do this. And I know when a lot of you watched, oh, where did my bone folders go? Like, I seem to lose those every single time. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Sorry, I would prefer to use that to burnish my folds. Anyways, I know when you saw the cascading panels, you said, oh my God, I can't do that. That's over my head. And then you saw the video and you went, I can do this. Well, I guarantee you, you can do this too. So far, all we've done is scored, right? We've put 4 score lines in there, 1 at every inch. Now I'm going to put this in 3/4 of an inch up, and I'm going to score from the edge to, not to the last score mark, but to the third one. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to score right to that. There's a line right here on that scoring blade. It's also the 3 inch mark, if that helps. Either way. Okay. So then I'm going to take my scissors or a paper trimmer, whichever you prefer, and just cut that out. And next up, I'm going to go from that cut that I just did 3/4 of an inch again, and just go to the first score line, which is 1 inch. And a hair more. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to cut that off. So our template is now going to look like this. And I just want to make sure I'm copying the template. Okay, perfect. So when you look at the template, let me just pull this one out so you can see it. When you look at the template on my blog, see how it's got the cutouts right there? So we've got, you know, the overall, and then we've got these cuts. And then, I'm telling you, it's so easy. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can totally do this. Okay, so we've got it like this. We're just going to angle from that middle, that last score line into the score line next to it, and then this one. Boom, done. That's it. It's got our little angled steps. Again, this template's going to show it to you so you can see it in visual. Download that on the blog, and boom, this folds up just like this, and that is our card base. So now I am going to recommend using something stronger than seal. So either Seal Plus or tear tape, whatever you have handy. I'm going to use Seal Plus. So I'm going to put that not on the first pleat there, but on the second one, right? So it goes like this. And then the middle panel, measurements again are on that. The middle panel goes right there. So it lines up with the edge and the bottom. Boom. And then when you fold this back, the top one. So adhesive on the top one. And I've even put on that template, I've even indicated which panels get adhesive. So in the front panel, and I'm doing these in bright colors so they're really easy to see on the video. Okay. Haha, Deborah, you didn't miss us. You're live. Welcome. She thought she missed us, but I love it. I love it when I can surprise you like that. All right, guys. So, well, welcome aboard. You guys that are watching live, you guys that are watching the replay. It is great to see you guys. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with the comments, but if I miss any, I promise I'll go back and catch them after. Okay, so here's our landscape version. Boom, right? It's like a mini flip book. So much fun that you can have with this. So you can have it all the way open. Stands up. Let me just show it to you on the so it stands up like this, and our completed version, when we do it in a minute, is going to stand up just like that, and it's going to have all of our different pieces in it. Okay, so that's the landscape version of the card. Okay, so next I'm going to share the portrait version. So if you guys are tuning in late and missed that first demonstration, don't worry, it's going to be done exactly the same as this one. The only difference here is that it's the orientation. One's going to stand up tall, one's going to be so tall as portrait, and you know, landscape, just like your photos, portrait and landscape. So next up, and let me just zoom out here. I feel like that's a little too close. There we go. Again, bright colors for you guys so you guys can see them. Now this one is going to have 16ths, right? So I'm going to score at 1 on the long side, 1 and 1/16, which is the tiniest. Let me hold that up there so you guys can see. It is the very first line on the trimmer after the number 1. Okay, so that's the 16th. So 1 and 1/16. And again, I'm using the trimmer because Simply Scored for some reason doesn't have 16th. I guess maybe it was just too much to fit those, you know, ridges or something. And then we're going to go to 2 and 1/8, 3 and 3/8, 3 and 3/16, and then 4 1/4. So basically, it's going to be 1 and 1/16 inch increments in between each one. And I apologize for not having my bone folder here. I feel like that makes life so much easier. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you guys like this. I thought you would. Especially when they come by request. Normally that means you like it. Again, so much easier when you have the bone folder to burnish that, but what else? We'll go the old-fashioned way. Okay, so now I put that paper trimmer away. I didn't mean to. We're going to do the exact same thing, okay? I'm going to put this into 3/4 of an inch. Not a full inch, but 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to go all the way from the outside to the third score line, which I believe is 3 3/16. And then cut that. Put it back into that, you know, at that line, put it back into 3/4 of an inch and go to the first score line, which I believe is 1 1/16. Now I can get rid of that. Okay, so here's our, here's our card template, right? And I don't have the portrait one. I don't have an individual, but you can see the portrait one here. Same thing. Okay, so basically this is what we've done now. We've removed these two pieces. Now we're going to cut the diagonal. Boom. And boom. So it's kind of like our stair steps so you don't see anything behind it. All right, that's it. Card base done. And then I'm just going to take some, I got Seal Plus here. Again, not the first panel. That's gonna kind of be a valley fold, and then on the first mountain fold, I'm gonna put some strong adhesive. I'm using Seal Plus here, and then take the middle panel. Oops, sorry, this one's portrait, so they're gonna stand up portrait style. The difference between the landscape and the portrait is the orientation, right? Portrait stands up, landscape is, you know, horizontal. And then we're going to do our front panel, which I did very dark. There you go. But again, so you can easily see the pieces as they go in there. I do like to make that easy to see on the video. So the portrait style is done exactly the same as the landscape. The orientation is the only difference in, you know, measurements. So landscape, portrait, both of them fit into a medium-sized envelope. And they can, if you do them flat, you can mail them regular in the mail. But again, the one that I'm going to make is very puffy, so I would either do custom envelope, bubble wrap, or hand gift it, or I would flatten it. I wouldn't make it quite as puffy as I'm about to make it. Okay, so you can refer back. I will put a chapter mark on YouTube at this point where I just made those templates in bright color, so you can refer back to them with all of your Cascading Pleat cards that you make. If you copy any of the other ones that I'm going to share, go back to this part of the video so you can see the card base if you need to see it. Now I'm going to do it one more time, but this time for realsies. This time I'm going to do it for the card that I'm making today, and that means it's going to be all crumb cake because I have an all crumb cake card base here. And I'll be using the Rustic Christmas Countdown kit in case you popped in late and didn't see it. It's pretty amazing. It is, like I said, maybe I might not have done it the way the instructions said. But once I saw the elements in it, I was like, oh, these are begging me to make cards out of them. Okay, so I'm also going to give you this one note. I probably should have done it before I did the test folds for you. If you're new to this fold or any fold that you're trying for the first time, use scrap paper from your printer or, you know, regular paper. Don't use your good stuff. That way you can work out all the kinks, or if you accidentally, you know, mess up or anything, you're messing up on scrap paper. It's going in the recycle bin anyway. And that you're not messing up your new paper. And then when you get it down, then go to your good stuff. So I know every now and then I'll get a note from someone saying, oh, I messed up my good paper. And I can't stress it enough. I don't know if I should put it somewhere on the blog in big letters. First try, do your scrap paper first. So that's going to be my message for today. All right, so I am going to start with, this is going to be a landscape orientation. So I'm going to have the 9.5 by 4 1/4 inch card base, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. So every inch. Retired cardstock. Terry is another good idea. She says she uses retired cardstock for her samples. That's great. She says with the awesome instructions, I never needed to use scrap paper for the first time. That's awesome. Thank you. Warms the heart. I still recommend it though. Just because I know me, the first time I try to do something, I always have something that I want to work out or do differently, or So I do usually use the scrap paper. Okay, so again, I'm going to start from the edge, 3/4 of an inch down, and I'm going to go, it's the 3-inch mark on a landscape, which is the 3rd score line. I'm going to take those handy dandy scissors and cut that. I'm going to put it in one more time, 3/4 of an inch. See how easy these are? And they go by super, like, I'm making the 3rd card base now. That's how fast they go. And we're only 20 minutes into the class, and I didn't start at the beginning, I didn't start making it at the beginning. That's the day. All right, so I was in the middle of doing this card base. Okay, I hope that I just came right back onto the same video. Hopefully, I can see your comments came back, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I am so sorry for technology, guys. Thanks for bearing with it. Okay, so I was in the middle of doing a card base, and now I'm just cutting those 2 angles that are on the template, and that you can refer back to the 2 original pieces. Okay, so super fun, right? So now I've got my card base. Now the difference here is that they're all going to be the same color crumb cake base. So my examples, I used multiple colors. In this one, I'm using the same color. So I want strong, seal plus, going to add a little bit there, and then I'm going to take my middle panel and attach it. Line up with the bottom. Yes, I'm back. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I came back to the right video. I'm like, all of a sudden it went back, and I was like, uh-oh, I hope I can get back onto the same one. So if not, if for some reason it goes out again, I will put a replay of the whole entire thing combined. But anyways, it's good to see you guys. Thanks. Some of the joys of going live is that you never know what's going to happen, right? So now I'm doing, this is the top panel I put adhesive on, and I'm putting the front panel of the card base. I've already put the designer series paper on those 2 just to you know, kind of move the video along, because I got a lot to share with you guys, and I know you know how to do that. And if you don't know how to do it, here you go. I've already got dimensions for these on that PDF. I'm just going to add some seal adhesive, and we've got our designer paper on here. The designer paper here that I'm using is it's the Traditions of Saint Nick designer series paper. It is in the online exclusives. I have some here I'll share with you guys. Just a note that there's a matching stamp set and bundle that's called the St. Nicholas, and the dies cut these out, or you can hand cut them. But those are retiring. They're on that last chance list, but the designer series paper's in the online exclusive, so this may stick around longer than the stamp set and the bundle, unless it sells out before then. It may go before then. I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you because it's got these beautiful patterns that I thought were great for the background, and this is the one that I used right here. So that is the Traditions of Saint Nick designer series paper, and you'll find that in the online exclusives in my online store. It's just that section of stuff that isn't in any catalog. Okay, so now we're coming back to the Rustic Christmas elements, and these are all die cuts and pieces from that kit that I am just absolutely in love with. So I just pretty much went to town here. The thing about this kit is it makes it so easy to do pretty much anything. So there's like these 2 little wreaths. Let's put this one. There's like a light one and a dark one, like an old olive and a mossy, that I kind of attached together to make a fuller wreath. And then there's like Advent numbers that go along with it. So I'm going to use that in the middle, and I'm going to put a word over it. But I didn't want, like, some of them have, like, especially the ones in the 20s that have the 2 numbers. I didn't want the numbers to show. I loved the wood. I don't know if you can see the little wood piece. It looks like a top piece of wood. But I didn't want the numbers to show, so I took some espresso ink and just kind of sponge dauber here and just kind of sponged them out. It's kind of like the eraser tool, you know? Right? You didn't even know they were there. Boom, done, gone. We got a little sponging, numbers gone. So that's my little handy dandy tip there. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to put that on here with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I took this, also has numbers on it, right? And I cut it in half. Now the numbers on this one I'm not as concerned about because I'm using this one as a background element and they're gonna be hidden. So I'm just gonna take some adhesive and stick it on the back of this wreath and just kind of, oops. I cut it in half so that there'd be a little bit more of a reveal showing underneath. So yeah, now where can I find the printable instructions? There you go. stampwithtami.com. There is a link. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a link in the Facebook description. No matter where you are, there's a link in the description. But if you can't find it, I know sometimes some devices make it hard to find the description. Go to stampwithtami.com. There's a template, there's instructions, and I will have more in the series there coming up soon. And there's also a blog hop. That's where you're going to get entered to win the giveaway. Okay, so for this, I went ahead and attached it to the card with dimensionals. I made this very puffy, like I said. If you were going to mail this specific card, you may not want to use all the dimensionals, or you want to use something like a bubble wrap, or put it in with a package. So that's the front. And then I went ahead and, so you can pair that Rustic Christmas Countdown, that's the pieces that I'm using as the pieces from the Rustic Countdown kit. You can pair it with any word set to use it for quick cards or use it for what we're making today. I use the Brightest Glow for the words, right? This is also in the online exclusives. It used to be in a catalog and they carried it over, so you'll find it now in my online store under online exclusives. I went ahead and heat embossed the words ahead of time for you guys. You can watch some of my other videos if you haven't seen the heat embossing before, because it's fun, it's cool, it's probably one of my favorite things ever. It's like magical, but just in the interest of time, the class today really wanted to show the fold, so I just cut that out. I heat embossed it and I cut it out, and I'm gonna put it right over the top, and you wouldn't even know there was you wouldn't even know there was numbers on that wood block. And then I heat embossed the words on the inside for my greeting. The other thing I thought that this fold would be really cool for that I didn't get a chance to make a sample of is photo cards. How cool would it be to put photos on each one of these panels to make different stories? Okay, so that's gonna go on the inside. So that's our inside story. And then, let's see. Let's go ahead and put, now, I can't find the bone folder. Maybe I can use my paper snips. Again, I'm making this super puffy. So I wanted to make these a little bit more realistic. Like, I think that the designs on them can be made very realistic. So I took a bone folder or paper snips, and I'm using a mix of regular dimensionals and mini dimensionals because some of these have small pieces. So mini dimensional, gonna stick that right on that wood block. Bada bing. And we've got our joy. Hi, Linda. So I'm hoping that YouTube is still up there. I know it went out for some reason. I don't know I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm going to contact Verizon after this and ask about it. But anyways, I was able to come back, so I'm hoping I'm back on both YouTube and Facebook. All right, so. Okay, 2 of you lost it on YouTube and said it didn't come back, so that doesn't give me warm fuzzies that it didn't come back on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. All right, sorry about that, but I am glad I'm in 2 spaces. I will republish the original video there in its entirety after I finish the live stream. So these 2, again, these are all die cuts from that kit. And again, I like puffy, so I'm putting these on with dimensionals. Gonna make that holly leaf there, and I'm even put that on with a dimensional just because, you know, I'm just making a super puff daddy right now. Here we go. Right in there. So we've got our inside, and then I've just got this guy right here to do. So I am using this again. I'm going to cut it in half because I'm using that just for an element. And let's take some seal adhesive. And this is like one of the Advent pieces right here. Go ahead and add on there. Now when I cut it in half, that is a hair bigger, but I left it because I kind of liked it. So you could cut it down. All right, so we've got that. I didn't bother using my magic eraser sponge dauber on this part because I covered that 15. You don't need it on this one. Well, you can if you want to, but you don't need it. So I'm just putting some adhesive on the back of that so I can add a little bit of foliage. And the foliage I want it to pop, right? So it's going to blend if I do it this way, but on the back it's white. So boom, bonus, right? But I also want to make sure that it's not, like, I'm okay if it overhangs on the right side, but I don't want it overhanging on the left side because I don't want it to get caught in the fold. So just want to check that and make sure that it's good. I think we're good. Perfect, right? So we'll go ahead and stick that. I'll go ahead and do that one with seal adhesive. Let's stick that down. And then the last piece is the poinsettia. Again, bold folder would probably be better for this. All right. So just a little adhesive just to stick these two pieces together, and then some dimensionals, because you know. And that, again, that little green inch will cover up the number there. And then in my original, I even added a little bit of that that linen twine there that's in the kit. And I added those adorable little, so we got some little berries on here. I added these red rhinestones also come in the kit. So the whole kit, right? Amazing. Again, stay tuned because I'm going to have quick cards coming, because the reason why it jumped out at me was because I started making quick cards with this Rustic Christmas Countdown kit, and when I started making this fold, I had them on the table and I was like, oh wow, that would look so good. So if you haven't seen it, this is the Rustic Christmas Countdown kit. You'll find it in the kids collection. You can purchase this individually in my online store. Also, this is a little fun little thing. So I will be giving one of these away. The one that I just opened, I will be giving away, so it's not used. I just opened to show it to you guys on Facebook and Instagram this afternoon. Be on the lookout for this post this afternoon, and you could enter to win this kit free. Yep. So anyways, that's a little bonus, just, you know, because I love you guys. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you like bonuses, check out my 12 Days of Christmas Holiday Helper. You can sign up for that absolutely free, and you're going to get 12 holiday DIY projects absolutely free from me, just because I love you and I appreciate you being a part of my Stamp with Tami community. We have just started with the series. I just made this card and I just shared how to do the cascading panels fold. So with that, let's jump into the rest of this series. In this series, I'm gonna share some things that are that I absolutely love, but also I've got some sneak peeks. I don't know. You might have seen it in the picture there. The first thing I'm gonna share is my paper pumpkin alternate for November. So if you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, it is a monthly kit. This is different than the kits collection that the Rustic Christmas is part of. This is a subscription kit. It's like a kit in a box. So this is so much fun, right? So this was November's. And it made these two, they're little treat holders. So it made these out of the box, and there's a whole bunch of them in the box. And I went ahead and and there are refills available, so you could still make this. I went ahead and took those and made the cascading pleats out of one of the houses. I could make it out of both of the houses even. Just had a lot of fun with that. So that is one of many alternates to come from this month's paper pumpkin kit. And the paper pumpkin kit, you subscribe between the 11th of the month to the 10th of the following month. So you have to be, the deadline is, I'm trying to find it to show you guys what's up next. This is the December kit. So you have until December 10th to subscribe. It's called All the Best. It looks gorgeous. There's a card box there, some cards. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing, as always. And I always have extras. And if you are a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin with me, you get extra PPX videos, which is excuse me, I send out at least 6 every month of more, and not in addition to the one I just shared, alternate ideas. All right, so next up is Merriest Christmas. I'm sorry, Merriest Trees. Merriest Trees, I have a stamp in the mail kit that I just kicked off. I'll share that in a minute. And it is such a fun set. It's carrying over from that holiday catalog, so it'll end up in the online exclusives, I believe. So here's one. This one I did landscape. In the background, so this is the Merriest Trees, and then the background of that is the winter. I'm sorry, there are winter meadows, and there's one horse open sleigh. So this one uses one horse open sleigh. These two use winter meadows on the background, but both of them use the Merriest Trees stamps and dies, mostly the dies, I think, but I did use some of the stamps in there. So this is one, and then I used some of that glimmer paper. Isn't that pretty? Super fun, right? Again, every page is like a story here, and here's another one. So I'll have tutorials for all of these coming up. Stay tuned. So that's Merriest Trees, and as promised, let me share the kit. So this is, oh, maybe I won't share it. I don't know. We'll see. Do I? No, I don't have it on here. I'm just going to tell you about it. You can find it on my blog. I put together a Stamps in the Mail bundle. It's only available till next Tuesday, and it's phenomenal. So I made a special little custom tree box out of this tree. It makes a gift box. Some tags and cards, and they're all white out. Like they're all white. So just a white Christmas. And you can purchase it in on my stampwithtami.com blog, and I do have links on this blog page where you'll get the blog hop and the video and all that. All right, so next up is Light the Sky. This is another carryover. So there's dies that go with this too, but it's the Light the Sky bundle. That's the stamp set. Great for the upcoming New Year's if you do New Year's parties, but also for, doesn't have to be, it can be a big birthday party, especially a big one, or a big thing to celebrate. Fireworks are always good. I don't know if you can see the holographic paper in there, but it's pretty awesome. So this is portrait style I did these in. And here's one I did for New Year's. Same exact card, just used it for a different occasion. See? Change the words, boom, different occasion. So that's Light the Sky, and that is also carrying over from that retiring list. All right, next up is the Traditions of Saint Nick. I just shared this paper. That it's the one that I used on the background of our sample. The Traditions of Saint Nick is this paper that I used here. I also used it on the background of this one, but there's also a matching bundle. So there's a matching Stampin' bundle that match that paper that is retiring. If you're not familiar with the retiring products, I do have that information on my blog, and I might even be able to conjure it up to share with you. There it is. There is a last chance list. Most of this stuff is kind of going fast. So if you have something that you absolutely love, I would say don't wait, get it. And I have a request on there. Could you do it with whimsical trees? You can make this with anything. You can see from all of the samples that whatever you have on hand, you can do this. It is just a fun fold that pretty much is good for any occasion with any of the supplies you have on hand. All right, in the online exclusives that just released earlier this month is a really cool bundle called Simply Sparkling. And this, it's like a soda can. So I made this out of that. And then this is tartan background paper that is also in the online exclusives. You can see it's like shiny. But how adorable is that with the bubbles? You're so delightful. I know if you guys saw my little pitch before, I've got my can of soda out with me as my little crutch as I'm going here. No, Diana, portrait measurements aren't out because the card that I shared today isn't portrait. Like I said, the portrait measurements will be out when I give the tutorial for the portrait cards. I will share the portrait template. I just didn't want it to get confused. So trust me, they'll be coming. Trust me. You know, instructions take a lot of time. I love to do them for you guys, and I know it's super helpful, but they take a long time to do. And so there's no way that I can just have them all ready at the time that I go live. I'm lucky I have one project done and ready, and those templates take all day. But I know they're helpful. So just bear with me. It does take time to do them. So as I get them done, I will post them on my blog. I have some coming tomorrow, and I have them coming all week. So stay tuned to the blog, and I promise they will be there for you. Here's another portrait. This one's Feathered Flights. There's the inside. This is another one that just came out in the new online exclusives, that Feathered Flight. So if you're looking for that mallard duck and like, where the heck is that? That's where he is. So you'll find that. Oh, I'm glad you guys love it. Okay. I'm sorry. Somebody's asking me for retiring stuff that's already sold out. I don't, and I can't stress enough when they put that list out. Get your favorite things ASAP, because I can't get it. Once it's gone, it's gone. I can't get it either. All right, so this is Winter Meadows DSP, which is in that mini catalog, but it's carrying over. This is the only paper that's carrying over. And so pretty, right? So again, this just shows how easy you can make this fold and just use some designer paper and change your words. This one I paired with the reindeer dies to put that little fox in there, and the trees that all came from that reindeer dies, and the words from the Regal Reindeer stamp set. So this is all Winter Meadows Designer Series paper. These were all portrait. And, okay, as promised. Oh, I'm super excited about this. Okay, let me just give you the little note here before I get started with the next couple that I'm going to share with you guys. There is a pre-order happening this week, Tuesday. It's going to start for demonstrators or in a demonstrator kit. And the next few that I'm going to share with you are from the mini catalog with a little hint of celebration as well. Linda and I are going to do a complete reveal of both of these catalogs on Wednesday. Time to be determined. So check back then. We will show you everything that's in these pre-orders. So if you don't have a demonstrator, aren't a demonstrator, and aren't a current customer of mine but would like to be, you can get onto my catalogs page at stampwithtami.com or on this blog post as well, and click the request a hard copy form and fill it out, and I will be happy to send them out as soon as they come in. Some of us were able to get a special pre-order because we attended the online event. So that's why I have a few of these earlier than everybody else. This one is from the B, and I spelled it wrong above because it's B-E-E, B, get it? B Mind Suite. How flipping cute is this, right? So I've got all these little bee scenes. So cute. Love the bees. All right, so buzzing along here, we've got little bees. You make my heart buzz. Great Valentine's, but great birthday, and for many other occasions. Again, a full reveal is coming on this and all of the things that are in that catalog that are pre-orders. But I'll do a quick flip here of some of the Be Mine Designer Series paper because it's adorable. Yeah, there's a whole suite, so there's more in this suite. So stay tuned. Wednesday we'll share it with you. You're gonna be, get it? B-E-E all over this. Love the bee. All right. Next up is another pre-order, and this one, another one I know you guys are gonna fall in love with. It's from the Lighter Than Air. It's a Lighter Than Air suite. There's a full suite. This one also has Designer Series paper that I don't have handy to share, but stay tuned. We will share it. Ready? Oh my gosh, right? Can't stand how stinking cute this is. So I've got some of the paper in the background, the dies, right? And then I've got a whole scene here that comes out. And then we've got, hooray, it's your birthday. So we've got little flip, and each scene is its own story. Or when you flip it out, you've got a full panel there. So that one is Lighter Than Air. Again, another pre-order that's coming. Whoop. Instructions also coming, so stay tuned for that. So, I don't know, I should put this out here so you guys, pre-orders coming. You'll be able to get them in a demonstrator kit. So if you don't want to wait, if you're afraid, because you know how things have been selling. I mean, oh my God, the demand has been incredible for stuff lately. I can't even. Things have been flying off the shelf. So if you don't want to wait, you can get these things in a demo kit starting Tuesday. Okay, last one. Now this one also has a celebration sneak peek. So it's the Trusty Tools. Okay, and the paper on this one is something you can earn free during celebration, which is, or if you're a demonstrator, you can start earning these free on Tuesday. You get an extra month of celebration as a demonstrator. Okay, you ready for the card? Oh my God, right? Okay, it's a toolbox. I love it. I can't even. Okay, so anyways, I hope my dad's not watching this because this may end up being his birthday card this year. All right, so Kathy's asking that there is a bee punch. The balloons have dies. So that is, the balloon is not a punch, it's a die. Okay, so back to the Trusty Tools. This is Trusty Tools bundle, and then the Designer Series paper, which is the background I used here, will be available free during celebration. We've got, look at the little toolbox. Can you stand it? Right? So cute. That is Trusty Tools. Again, stay tuned for the pre-order coming on Tuesday and our full reveal coming on Wednesday. And I'll give you a quick snippet of this really cute Designer Series paper. You know, we're always looking for that masculine stuff, so this definitely fits the bill. Look at this is a ruler. Seriously, teachers in your life, here you go. Well, a tape measure, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But look at, we've got the little tools. There is matching dies. The dies cut some of them out. All right, so whew, that was a lot. That is my class today on the Cascading Panels, or Cascading Pleats card, Cascading Pleats. And again, all of the information you get on my blog. We've got a giveaway that you can enter to win on my blog. Take a jump over there, take the blog hop tour, enter to win the giveaway, get the PDF and the template for everything that I've shared today. Definitely drop a comment with your favorite. I love to hear it. The rest of the series is coming out on my blog again as I write them, so stay tuned. I will be posting more at stampwithtami.com. So don't forget, if you're just watching on Facebook or just watching on YouTube, the blog is where it's all happening. That's the home base where everything comes out. And sometimes it doesn't, you know, I don't always have time to do videos for every single project. So the things that I share here may not have their own standalone videos. So don't miss their tutorials are on my blog. With that, hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. You can get all of the products that I'm sharing today at stampwithtami.com, including that Rustic Christmas that I did in the original. And I will look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday when I'm here with Linda doing our complete reveal, which I cannot wait to get my hands on these. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining me today.